from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to the mid-card of Professional Wrestling Podcast. This is Marked Out, MOWP if you're nasty, and this is your curtain jerker for this week's Conversations, episode 521 of your favorite, or perhaps not, podcast in the realm of professional wrestling. My name is Rody Rob. I will be your lead host for the evening, but that does not mean that only my opinions matter or that I am by myself. I do have friends. We are socially distanced friends. Joining me via Skype, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian. Say hi, boys. Say hi, boys.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, I thought you did a really good job with that intro, but I think that was kind of a swing and a miss. So I want you to take another stab at it.
Yeah, go take two. I agree with Brian there. You know, just a little constructive criticism. I think you could do better.
Constructive.
Salty motherfucker. Sorry, podcast goers. That's a behind the fourth wall thing there for you. So inside joke. All right. So not only us,
is that because we're inside?
Yeah. If you've never listened to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast before, first welcome. But we are streaming live on all kinds of live streaming platforms, from Twitch to Periscope to YouTube Live, Mixer, all over the place. We're also after the fact on all the podcast providers, iTunes, Podbean, whatever. But we do have a live audience with us that likes to play along and talk some shit about wrestling and other things when they come up. And that YouTube live chat board has thousands, and I am happy to say thousands of people on there. There's only a few that we give the honors of conversation to. Brian or Adam, can you please introduce to me who is on our YouTube live chat board?
We got Sealer Stout, Daniel Price, Christopher Stykeleather. Right now, the thousands are still piling in, though, so I'll have to identify the other lieutenants later.
Yeah, it's hard to get to them in that big mess of fans. Love it so much. Okay, so we're going to talk about Raw tonight, and I'm going to take kind of a direction of the progress of the story here. So,
hey, before you get going, Rob, I just want to interrupt. Styke is saying that we're frozen on the board. Our video, I'm checking too. It looks like we're
let it go. Let it go. That kind of frozen?
What's that?
Is our
I don't know if the audio
going?
is fucked, but the video is just frozen right now.
Is it still frozen?
Choppy. It's very choppy.
Very choppy.
Yeah.
Guys, how's it look? How we doing?
Choppy.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So
Either way,
I killed some sound.
It's like a bunch of bad jump cuts from Film 101.
Right, there you go.
All right.
That's a good.
Are we good now? Can I do the wrestling show?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, the video's choppy, but
the video's choppy?
Yeah, look on your side, man. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
This is not the purposeful mess up that we were messing with you in the beginning, Rob. Now it's just Brian just doesn't understand what he's doing to you.
This is wonderful. I'm loving this.
No, what do you mean? I wouldn't you rather know before you get halfway through the show and it's all fucked up? See, Adam doesn't know these things, the technical side of this stuff. That's why he would just rather do it. Ignore it, put his head down, and fucking go. That's why I'd rather explain it to you.
No,
I'm loving it.
All right. I apologize for our live audience. We're having some technical problems, which I am investigating right now as we go forward. And then we're going to promptly get into some wrestling conversation. So I'll let Adam and Brian talk about their day.
Sure.
Or anything they might want to talk about. They can, go ahead.
Hi, Brian. How was your day?
My day was good. I did a lot of editing. Getting excited for this Saturday. Double or Nothing.
Are you putting more marked out gear stuff up? Is that what you're excited about?
I am, yeah, and we're going to be rehauling the website even, giving it another facelift. We're going to take another swing at it.
What can I do if I want to walk around with, my hand sanitizer and my face mask and some gloves, and I want to walk around with them around my waist? What do you suggest I do?
Well, we do have this Marked Out Wrestling fanny pack that says "Check the tape" on top. It has a back pocket.
Can't see it.
Oh, it's my background. There we go.
More marked out.
Is that better? I think I have to stand still when I do it. I am, yeah, and we're going to be now I'm disappeared. The website.
Yeah, you just put on the ring, Gollum's ring. Oh, shit.
Here we are.
He's gone
now I'm gone. Ooh,
all right, so great promotion here for that.
There we go. Oh, now I'm disappearing.
Anybody hopefully listening to this in post on the podcast this is going to be edited. But the point is, we got sweatpants, we have fanny packs, we got a lot of new stuff, a lot of new designs. I really like the hub design, Brian.
Yeah, people have been asking about it, and it's for those that we don't really promote it all that much, but it's for those that know where to find.
You're in the know if you have that in your shopping cart.
Exactly. What's up, Evan Wright? He says, "Hey guys, hope everyone is safe and nice to see everyone stayed semi-awake through Raw." Huh.
XL10 says they don't do it for the stream, they do it for the podcasters, commenting on why we're trying to fix this technical.
Oh yeah, hey, I mean it's okay.
I cut this shit out for the podcast.
Yeah, Stike says audio is good, video not so much. So let's fucking
go. All right, we're gonna do the show and deal with it. Okay, where was I?
There we go.
Okay, so Monday Night Raw tonight.
And Mark,
I hate you in so many different fashions, in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So Monday Night Raw tonight. We're gonna have a little debate here opening because I'm gonna tell you that my two tontos that are with me tonight, they don't look, even when it's a good Raw, even when we're watching together and it's a good Raw. No. These two mofos pay as little attention as it is possible to get through it, and I love them, I do, but Adam's usually in his phone, Brian's usually in his phone, honestly, both of them, and if Adam's not like all out fucking sleeping. And they I
have photos to prove it.
They just watch the main things that happen, and everything else is fucking white noise to them. And that is breaking the fourth wall. Kayfabe break like a motherfucker. That is your straight up honest fucking whatever.
That's like turning us up to 11, saying Brian's always in the toilet and I fall asleep.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I'm never in the toilet.
Not every time.
That's fine. I'm making a point. So tonight.
Great point.
Well, I'm making the point, motherfucker. So tonight, these two in their remote locations, in their closets or wherever the fuck they are, I am telling you right now that they were tuned out the whole fucking time with it on in the background. That is probably what happened. Now, I don't know. I don't have evidence of that. So when we're gonna have these conversations, I'm gonna talk about the things that I saw that were good about tonight, and they're gonna say it was fucking bullshit. It was horrible, bro.
No, that's not true.
Strangle me.
No, we just think that your list of things that are good tonight is going to be very small. We're not going to say that there wasn't anything good.
Here is why tonight was a good Raw. Now, I was laughing most of the show. I mean, out loud laughing, right? And one, it could have been because of the medicine I had flowing through me, or two, it could be that Raw had shit happen tonight that I don't even think was intentional, that had me rolling. So in the bad stuff was even like, it was so bad that it had me rolling. So it was like watching a slow motion car crash with titties in the window. It's like, oh, the crash is going to be horrible, but look, there's some titties in the window.
Horrible.
But there's some titties in the window, right?
Okay. All right,
I didn't know if you purposely did that, Rob, because you said horrible, like you're talking about titties in the window, so I thought you were purposely saying horrible.
Whatever makes you happy, man, that is cool. Yeah, I'll go with that. Sure, horrible. So let's discuss it, and we're gonna go. I got bullet points. That's how we're gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do bullet points rather than us picking topics and then whatever. We're bullet points, and it's all.
We could put them in a chamber for each point.
Right. This is all story driven. So before we get started, I'm going to give the board an opportunity, the YouTube live chat board an opportunity to chime in with anything they got going on. If they got nothing to say, we'll jump into it. Go ahead.
JR says, "Oh damn, Raw was today," so that's a good start. Iron Meds, it was okay. Still 3 hours feels too long. Let's see. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast fanny pack. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? That's from
Thank
Jay.
you. Dude. Thank you so
check
much,
out the
Jay.
mouse pad if you really want to find out what the fuck's wrong with Brian.
Dude.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Then, gonna keep it 100% truthful, Rob. You might be heavily medicated. LOL. I gotta agree with Evan there, man. I don't know what Kool-Aid you were drinking tonight by yourself at the Roadie household.
Yeah.
But this was not a We'll check the tape later when you bragged about this.
Hey, from now on, just a housekeeping thing. From now on, when we read the board, rather than going fucking light speed, can you like have a little bit of a pause between each? Because if I wanted to comment on a specific one, and then you run down like 17 of them, then I've forgotten what it is. So I'm just putting that out there, not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you.
Constructive criticism, right? So just next time
you
swing at it.
That is the thing.
Dude, I read 4. Take your pick.
That.
You want to reply?
You can never just answer with sure, man. You know, nothing. It's never just that simple for you. It's always a fucking follow up. I swear to God.
Hey, I just want to say I came in a little hot at the start of the show and before the show, so I just want to say I apologize.
Okay.
All right, to Rody Rob, to Mr. Adam Bomb.
We still haven't talked about wrestling yet. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's okay. Hey, it's okay. We're fucking talking.
Here's some topics tonight, and these are in no these are in no particular order, right? This is not following the chronological setup of Raw or which ones I think are more important. I just wrote down bullet points. So let's go into them, and we're going to start with the first one, Seth's Disciples. So tonight we saw during the KO show, which by the way, that was some fucking Superman shit. KO going from his pants and would you put the fucking phone down, Brian, please? It's distracting. I'm sorry.
I'm listening.
Going from his pants and his shoes to his ring gear and boots after through a 2-minute commercial. So well done to Superman in the phone booth there. That was awesome. Yeah. Round of applause for KO's quick wardrobe change.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I'm sure they were underneath.
Right.
But okay.
So really, they were underneath his slacks. You were such an obnoxious tool. I swear to. Okay. So
don't forget it was also taped.
Right. So we had the match.
Great job.
Shut the fuck up. So we had the match. Austin Theory accidentally hits Garza since they've been going through all their shit. Of course, what happens is Latino Heat jumps in there and starts whooping the shit out of fucking Austin Theory. Austin Theory, he's ringside, all broken and alone. Seth walks over to him and basically does the Waco fucking cult leader shit to him. Brings him in the ring, and here we go, boys. We got a new disciple in the Seth's, whatever you want to call it, Last Supper.
And what do you want to call it?
I don't know.
Let's call it. Let's call it something.
What are we going to call it?
What wasn't the Last Supper at a table? I know that's not the round table like the Knights.
No.
I don't know. I'm Jewish.
Adam,
what about the Lost Boys?
Oh, Adam. Hey, Adam, can you just continue with your thought process? Because I want the whole world to see how you get to points.
Yes, please.
Please, keep going. Keep going. So, Jesus' long table.
I was thinking the Last Supper, Judas, the whole thing. Again, Messiah, Jesus. Again, I'm Jewish. I don't know any of this stuff. But I thought maybe, we've got Sir Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. So what was the Last Supper's table called? Maybe that could be a good faction name.
I don't think they had a like their party name, like what they gave to the
Jesus party of 12,
the maitre d' or the the host when they sat down before
Bionic party of 2. I mean,
exactly. Right. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. Your friend Judas has been waiting for you. Okay. So
is that spelled JEWDAS?
Oh, it's on my mind. So Seth Disciple. So so Austin Theory, I think, is a really good fit for this. I think this is one of the things about tonight where we're going to criticize a lot about tonight, I'm sure. But one of the positives about tonight, I think, was there was some story advancement tonight as far as new feuds and new directions go. I did like that, and we're going to talk about a lot of that tonight. But here's one of those that I think is a really good one. Austin Theory, who I thought was brought up a little prematurely. He's a good-looking guy. I don't think he's good in the ring. I just don't think he's ready for Raw yet. And he's still got some, scrape some of that green off him a little bit. Still young. Well, no, still young. It's still a young guy. Got a lot to learn, right? I mean, that's my opinion. But so anyway, bring him up from NXT early because, you need somebody. He fits the bill for the current time. You throw him in a faction. It's going well. I think this is much better for him than Andrade and Garza was. I really do. And I think this could help propel him to maybe a bigger star than what I'm expecting him to be with Andrade and Garza. Am I wrong?
So the white guy that joins last to the Mexican faction gets kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost AOP, so he's got nowhere else to go. He winds up in Seth. I don't think it's that bad of a storyline. I'm that they did it the exact same way as Murphy, having him after the the emotional sitting on the side of the ring just hasn't left from the previous segment, match, whatever you want to call it, or difference between the two. But he's just still out there. And then Seth comes and gives him a hand. Like, obviously, the symbolism there, but I'm surprised they repeated it almost to a T, Brian.
I don't hate it, because I think that's how Seth finds his own, his disciples, quote unquote.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it. I'm just surprised.
Why again, he's Jewish, so he said it earlier, so maybe that's what it is. But the role Seth is playing is the one who comes in the downtrodden. He comes and pulls them up, and they love him for it. So yeah, I think everyone he gets, if he expands this disciple faction, if he expands it, everyone he gets is going to be that way. Just like everyone.
So do you think anybody else that bottoms out? Like, let's say, if he had done this a month ago when Apollo hurt his knee and whatever, that would have been a good time to swoop in there.
Well, I don't.
You're saying, do you think he's still recruiting? Is what I'm asking, Rob.
Well, first, I don't think Apollo would have been a good fit, but I'm sure that's.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. That's why I dropped it in the middle of me saying it.
Okay. Do I think it's the last one? I do. I think it's the last one, and here's why, Brian. Number one, Seth has been traditionally in 3-person kind of factions, right?
Sure.
And with AOP and J&J Security and the Shield. So, maybe give him something different.
Good dynamic for him.
It is, but maybe give him something different. And the other two reasons are, one, disciples usually run deeper than that, and two, and three, anytime WWE has done some kind of a faction like this where it had a cultish leader, a la CM Punk, they had some kind of cultish leader, the numbers in that faction were greater. Now, maybe only 5, but they were deeper than 3.
What about this name? What about someone like that's used to be on the Raw? Like, what about like someone like Bo Dallas? Like someone that needs like a complete repackage. Like you can bring them up, or bring or not so much Bo Dallas, but someone like Bo Dallas.
I love that.
Bo Dallas is a good fit.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. Bo Dallas, hell yeah. I'm 100% serious.
This feels a little bit reminiscent in terms of the cultish aspect of, Stevie Richards and Right to Censor, taking characters that had bottomed out.
Right.
They were good at one point, but now they had kind of floundered back down, and bringing them back to, the upper card.
Right.
I like Rob's take on this, that this is what he's doing, that he's taking the downtrodden, so to speak.
The difference is in Right to Censor, and I know you're just making an example, but in Right to Censor, It was those who had, they had reigned supreme, washed out, and then washed back up, and they were down and out. These are young, new talents. I mean, Buddy Murphy and Austin Theory haven't even established himself really on the, in WWE as
you could
legit.
add their ages together and barely get ours.
Sure. No, exactly right. No, exactly right. So I think that's the big difference there. So this is one of the things that I saw was positive tonight, was that we had a progression of young talent in new ways. Fair enough?
Fair enough. This is definitely one of the bright spots.
All right, let's get the board.
Let's see on the board. Evan says, I hope they do the Shield Bomb like every 3-man Seth faction does. Why am I this late? Sorry, that's from Soji. I hate Murphy's stained glass gear. He's kind of emulating the Seth Rollins shirt, with the Messiah stained glass.
I wish he'd go back to the flame shorts, the ones that were cut like flames on the bottom.
Yeah, the little like tassel thing. I liked it. It felt Tasmanian Devil or Tarzanish.
Sure.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. All right, so moving on to our next one. Sorry, I was trying to fix the computer again.
I burped.
Nice. Thank you for that. So our next topic, stop sniffing, Liv. So this could be a quick one. Liv Morgan's promo tonight. I don't. Liv Morgan's promo tonight. I don't understand the purpose of it. It was annoying, and not because she's a female, because it was annoying.
Talking about her mom makes her emotional, Rob.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't care. So I mean,
why not?
Why are we still talking about this one?
You brought it up.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you're the host.
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that it was 2 minutes of nothing and 30 seconds or whatever, 2 minutes of nothing, and a bunch
Clearly,
of sniffing.
These are just bullet points because there's no way this is second.
Yeah. Charlotte killed the division. Okay. I want all of you out there who back a couple years ago, a year ago, whenever, or even maybe still right now, who have sat there and said, "Oh, but Charlotte's the best in the world," and all these wrestling know-it-alls, that have their podcasts, Meltzer and Taz and all the, and I respect a lot of them. That all high on Charlotte, how great Charlotte is. She's the best in the world. She's gonna be the best ever. All this bullshit. I want you to stop, and I want you to think to yourself, she killed the division. Charlotte Flair killed a division. No, yes. NXT.
No, yes, no.
NXT
killed the division.
NXT had the bomb diggity women's division. Out of all the wrestling promotions in the world, I would argue, NXT had the best, hottest women's division. And I don't mean hot as in sexually hot. I mean hot as in...
Didn't we already have this conversation?
No.
Was that needed right there?
I love that he just... you
what
were
a fucking asshole. I'm just making a point. I'm making a point, man.
Yeah.
Those are dickhead things you do. I want to put that out there. I'm fucking making a point. I'm gonna tie a ribbon on it in a minute. If you don't want to talk about it, then don't fucking talk about it. I'm just saying, man.
No, I'm just saying we did at length on Wednesday.
I'm aware of that, Adam. I'm absolutely fucking aware of that. And Charlotte was on tonight, and this is the way that I wanted to address her being on tonight in this fashion. Because they're pushing her up against Bayley, and I think the fact that they're pushing her on another division is bad. And here's why it's bad, and I'm trying to explain it. Without the fucking commentary of, why are you doing that? I'm sorry. It's fucking that pissed me off, man. Sometimes I want this show to go a certain way with a high level of energy, and I'm trying to be fun tonight with some creative thinking, and you just fucking shit all over me. And I fucking, it's annoying. I love you. You're brother to me, but it's fucking annoying. All right.
I just didn't think it was creative to rehash the segment from a week ago.
Goddamn.
All right, go back to your point.
No, I'm fucking done with it now. Anything on the board, Brian?
Evan's saying Charlotte can't be the best in the world. Tessa Blanchard exists. I
go.
don't even know what the fuck is going on with her. I know she's doing I don't really watch Impact
ever since
all
that
much.
Locker room, outside the ropes type stuff happened with her. She hasn't been as prominent.
No, definitely not. Well, plus all the fucking COVID stuff.
I would debate that point. I think AEW, as much as we all like it, and as as good as it is in many ways that it is, I mean, it has its flaws. I think AEW, calm down, Brian. I think AEW has, I don't want to say killed the indie circuit, but it definitely has brought down the visibility of the indie circuit. When you take all those indie stars and you put them on another primetime show, you tend to start looking at that less than you're looking at your indie circuit. And you should be able to attest to that because you are a prime example.
Me?
Yeah.
Who me?
Yeah,
Who me?
Yeah, you, Brian.
I can't see. I don't know. Just the root of your thought. Just her killing the division. I don't see, because she has good matches, and she's not the one that's booking herself. You know what I mean? Like, she's not the one that
she doesn't have matches though in recent.
No,
she
I disagree.
She hasn't made anyone look strong in 6 months to a year.
Her versus Rhea wasn't good.
No. Her versus Rhea wasn't good. Her versus Bianca wasn't good. Her versus whoever her last opponent.
Whoa! You have a veil on
no. Look.
No, he doesn't. It's still true, even if he has a veil.
Charlotte Flair in matches does not sell at all. I mean, she doesn't anymore. I don't know if she's too big for her britches, or whatever the case may be. If she thinks if she's all there, maybe she was never going to the Randy promo from tonight. Maybe she was never. This wasn't her first choice, and she was drug into it, and she's now just doing what she wants. I don't know. All I know is that I've talked to other professional wrestlers about her matches, and the sentiment's been echoed that she does nothing for her opponent. And that is supposed to be one of the most important things you do in a match. And
Rob, that's not just something. I mean, you can see that.
Right, you can see that, but she also sucks the air out of the room. So when you have 10 really talented women on the NXT division, and then she comes in, all the focus is placed on her 100%, and everybody else is an afterthought and less than her. I mean, not even at her level, right? They portray them all as just being way below her level. Nobody can touch the almighty Charlotte, right? Like
but again, she's not the one that's booking herself, you know?
No, it's not.
It's not her fault.
We're not blaming Ashley Flair here, Brian. We're blaming Charlotte and the people that book her to be the Roman Reigns of her division and kill the division.
I'm blaming her. The booking, I can't blame her for the booking, although she might have some fucking say in what she's doing.
Sure.
Right? I'm blaming her for the way she interacts in matches that makes everybody else look bad. I mean, let's take, and again, I know I got a personal thing here, but let's take the Bianca Belair thing. Bianca Belair was having a good run. I just got done doing Royal Rumble, set the fucking record in the women's Royal Rumble for most eliminations. They were highlighting her in every fucking chance they could get, even if she didn't beat Rhea. Of course, they had a plan there, right? Mm-hmm. But she was on a great run, and then they put her in the ring with Charlotte. And Charlotte gave her no respect. And I don't mean that in a kayfabe manner. I mean that breaking kayfabe. Like, she went in there and she didn't sell some of Bianca's most powerful moves that are supposed to be the showstopper ones. You know, she would hit the ring post and bounce right off and make a kick. She's not.
Rob, do you think it's because she is now facing the so-called PC Performance Center talent, and so now she thinks that these people are so beneath her? And with no crowd, she's like, why am I still down here? And maybe that's why she's not working hard with them.
I don't think it's just that. I think it was on the main roster too. I think she goes through the fucking motions. Let's set up our match. Here's our spots. Here's what I'm going to do, my moonsault off the top rope when you're on the outside. And I'm not saying she's playing ABC wrestling like Roman Reigns. I'm just saying that she's going out there and she's thinking she's got to get her spot. She's got to do her thing. She's got to do as much as she can to just get paid. You know,
I like your comparison to Randy.
Well, exactly.
So I feel like that when you said that, that resonated. I think that is something, because Randy used to be a 4+ star match guy all the time, and then he hit a point in his career where he kind of just plateaued out and was like, "Yep, paycheck time."
You know, and I wondered, we'll just transition that one, the Charlotte topic, right into the Randy topic here. But I wonder, when Edge was talking to him about, you know, you don't care, this, that, and the other, I want to know where they get it from. Because I know that we've talked about, and I'm not saying they're getting it from us.
Twitterverse?
But I know we've talked about it, that Randy acts like he doesn't care. And they're all over Twitterverse and other podcasts. It's all echoed. It's a big echo chamber. Original thought. You know, we didn't listen to anybody else to get it, but it's an echo chamber, and everybody sees it, I think, is the thing. I don't know if that's portrayed in the role. He's supposed to be that way. Well, if Edge was just echoing us fans, or if there might be if there was just a tad bit of fourth or anti-kayfabe thrown in there, you know, just a little bit. This is Spinch.
I mean, he has the stories of like always fucking with people, like fucking with talent backstage, and just kind of being an overall prick. And now I'm not saying that he is actually, but I don't know. He just has that, like, I don't know. You always hear all those stories. Even like he just kind of, even like when he was like signing his recent contract, he took that picture like he was in front of the Elite, that sign in the hotel or whatever the fuck it was. But I don't know. He just likes to push buttons. But I mean, you also can't knock
the stuff
him
with the private jet.
Right.
He left him in Saudi.
Well, that too, right. But I mean, how long has he been there? He's been there, what, 15 plus years now at this point? I mean, you have to have some sort of work ethic to be able to last that long, right?
I mean, but at the same time, like the Charlotte comparison Rob said, he's booked this way. He was booked to be a, whatever he is, 13, 14-time champion. He's earned a bunch of those.
Yeah.
Several of those, at least half, Brian, but not all of them. Some of them he was just booked like, here, we got an injury, we're going to put the belt on you. Nobody's expecting it. We're going to put the belt on you.
Well, like
we're going to give you 2 Rumbles for no reason, Brian. A Money in the Bank. He's had it all.
All right, Rick, let Morty talk. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I forgot now.
What are you going to say? He ran you over twice there. I saw it.
I barely talked.
No, okay. All right. Just run people over. So the Edge thing, WWE, if you listen by chance, can you stop? Can you stop with the greatest wrestling match ever? I mean, that is totally a Vince thing. Totally a Vince thing.
They ran that into the ground tonight.
It is the most ridiculous thing. Are they expecting us to ignore, 100 years of fucking professional wrestling because they want to put over a match?
That hasn't happened.
Right. It could be the greatest wrestling. I want to be on the bright side. I do appreciate because we have sat here and we have shit on WWE for little things for fucking years, nonstop, and all deservedly so. And WWE has made a transition, obviously, where they are referring to the sport. They are referring to wrestling on TV and in the ring. They're calling themselves wrestlers, going to have a wrestling match. That was banned for years. You were not allowed to call yourself a wrestler. You were not allowed to mention wrestling. That was against Vince's top 10 commandments, right? Medical center and all. So if we're going to
talk about stuff ripped from the headlines, Rob, maybe that's where they got this from.
What, wrestling?
No, that it's put out there that, we all read or heard that Vince says not to say this, not to whatever.
No.
So they're going to make it a story.
No, because that's been out for a long time. That's been out forever. I find it hard to believe that they're going to go, hey, that story that came out 4 years ago about Vince saying you can't say this and can't say that, or 7 years ago, whatever. Let's do a story about that. I think it's a change in philosophy. And I don't know if Vince let it happen or if somebody talked him into it. But as I was saying, we pinprick the fuck out of WWE for all the shit they do, deservedly so. We should give them credit for making the right direction here and allowing the wrestling to breathe in the wrestling show. Agreed?
Yeah. But I think that right now they're kind of strapped because they don't really have a choice. I mean, they can't interact with. I don't know. I feel like they have to change their product right now just because they don't have a live audience. They can't rely on so much more promo heavy stuff.
I'm not sure how referring to themselves as wrestlers is caused by the COVID situation. But okay, all right, whatever.
No, I mean,
there's going to be a lot more focus on the wrestling of the match and stuff. What I think it's. We normally have a lot of time where the feud goes too long, but never do we have it where it starts off with something so crazy like a street fight, and now we're going just into a regular match. So I like the storyline, the way they've done it backwards. Instead of building to this epic street fight, they're going backwards and starting with just a match.
Sure.
I really like the kayfabe angle of that.
Speaking of whatever you just said, I'm fucking jealous. The board, we haven't talked to the board in a while, so let's look over the chat board. Let's see what's going on there.
All right. At this point, why would he? I got paid more for less dates just for a simple picture post that he's. That's Evan defending Randy. I mean, it's true. And Randy feels entitled to be in the spotlight if they don't give him a mainstream storyline.
Wait. God damn! I said it 40 fucking times. Just wait. Hold on, I wanted to address that comment. Which one was that? Because I'm going to have to read it again because I already fucking forgot it. Which one was it, the first one you read?
Evan said, at this point, why would he? Guy got paid more for less dates just for posting a simple picture.
And that I think that's a lazy answer if that's the case. Because it shouldn't be that way. I'm sorry, I know we all work our jobs, and a lot of us work it like zombies. We go there, we get our fucking paycheck, we clock out, we go home, we forget we fucking worked there until the next morning. I get that. Fuck, I do. But it's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to love what you do. And Randy's got a job where he should love what he does. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't know the guy. But, I mean, if he's just milking it, according to what you're saying, Evan, that's just wrong. Okay, now please continue.
All right. Are you ready? It's Soji's point here. Because he doesn't. Randy feels entitled to be in the spotlight. I think if they don't give him a main storyline, he will quit. At this point, just signing a new contract, Soji, I don't think he could quit without waiting for that entire contract to run out to go somewhere else. He had his chance to leave Yeah. I mean, I just don't see that. I don't agree with that. I don't think he gives a shit if he's in the spotlight.
Yeah.
He got jobbed out to Brock Lesnar in 8 seconds or 11 seconds one time.
He's making
pay me.
Yeah, he's making millions of dollars, and he's not like the work's demanding, but it's not like 9 to 5.
Yeah, and he's got a Brady Bunch situation at home. He's got lots of bills.
So you're saying he's Nicolas Cage now? He's working for the money?
Yeah, I mean, second wife, new kids.
By the way, speaking of Nicolas Cage, do not watch the movie Mom and Dad or Moms and Dads, whatever it's called.
Fuck? I've never even heard of it.
The premise is is that for some reason all the parents in the world start killing their children, like violently killing their children. Right. And the preview right. The preview made it seem so fucking funny. Like the preview was like the kids is yelling at him, teenage girl, like, you know what, screw you, mom, I hate you, and da-da-da, and the son doing this, and the dad's getting pissed off, and then next scene the parents are like chasing him with axes, and Nicolas Cage is screaming at him, and I'm thinking, this is going to be fucking hilarious.
Wait, it's a comedy?
No. Oh. I thought it was, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, sorry. Okay, so that's Randy. Good conversation. Next bullet point, Apollo Creed Apollo's Creed. I'm sorry, Apollo's Creed. Oh. Is he walking out?
Can't read your own handwriting.
Thanks. Is he walking out champion next week?
Oh.
No?
No. I don't think so.
Why? Why not?
I think there's no way. The reason I say that, Rob, is not because they couldn't book him that way, not because he couldn't beat Andrade, because it's not going to be straight up. With Angel and Zelina there, the first one didn't end right because of this. The second one's not going to end right because of that. This is not going to end next week. I think Apollo may win it in the end, not next week.
Brian? No, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm just reading over the results. I must have missed some of that part. Heyman has been pushing Apollo. Apparently he's one of his guys. I mean, not obviously on camera, but he's one of the new guys that they've been pushing.
Brian, there's got to be a good chase. And Apollo has just come back from being off TV for a few weeks after getting that spot for Money in the Bank. He's hungry to get revenge on Andrade and take his title. I don't think it could be the second week he's back on TV from the quote-unquote injury. I think he gets it in the end. I just don't think it's next week.
I think the obvious answer here, which both of you make good points. The obvious answer to me is, what? They're not doing anything with the belt on Andrade. I mean, he's not. Besides going, I'm the champion. Well, the champion of what? Because you got no fucking division. Because you don't wrestle fucking nobody. If you're wanting to, the IC belt's got a tournament coming up. If Drew McIntyre's got the world title, so they're trying to put some legitimacy on that as far as being a brand title. The U.S. title's nothing, so why not use it for what it was designed to be in WWE, not WCW? What it's designed to be, and that is a starter belt. It's a starter belt. Give him his fucking learner's permit. Let him wear the U.S. belt for a little bit and defend it against some low card guys. Why the
maybe
fuck
even do
not?
A little open challenge stuff.
Maybe yeah, or maybe he just has little U.S. title belt feuds where he plays with his friends that don't get as much TV time as like he did. You know what I'm saying?
I think regardless of whatever they do, whoever wins it needs to fucking change it. They need to revamp that thing. Not so much like they did with the IC title, because I think they went overboard with that, but maybe change it up slightly.
Oh, I think they need to do something, Brian, not necessarily with the belt, but I agree with Rob's point with the division.
Yeah,
Zelina's guys probably are. We had them as a tag team, at Mania for the championships, and now they're in the mid-card division. Make up your mind. We got to build a division here. Your round robin through all the Latino wrestlers from January to February did nothing for the division. Get somewhere. And now you're looking like you seemingly give them credit, Rob. Like they're seemingly building a division around Drew. So, sprinkle that little pixie dust on down now.
So Bobby's World or Drew's Notice. Tonight we saw Drew McIntyre getting. Let's start before that. MVP's in the back with Bobby Lashley. I'm going to call him the new Bobby Lashley. Wifeless.
What's so new about him?
Oh, by the way, We're going to play a little game real quick. The game is that racist? And I'm stealing this from a friend. But is it racist that Lana is dressing like a 90s fly girl from In Living Color right now? Is that racist, or is it just because?
No.
Okay.
I thought the Pretty Ricky was a little more racist than Lana's outfit, to be honest.
Well, you're not allowed to play this game, Adam, because you never know anyway.
You're supposed to mute me, damn it.
So Bobby's World. So Bobby gets hyped up by MVP, who I actually really like the interaction between MVP and Bobby in this little segment. I like MVP basically talking to him like friends talk to each other, real friends talk to each other. Hey, you know what? I'm not trying to offend you, but you got to get this shit right, right? So to me, this was a good interaction moment, and especially for the fact that we have been bitching and complaining about Bobby Lashley being underused, underutilized, whatever you want to put on that, for so long in these stupid feuds of, with the sisters and getting married and all this obstacle course, all this garbage bullshit where Vince McMahon's just, wanting to send his trained dogs out to do his bidding. I mean, all this fucking shit. So here we go. Bobby Lashley has been on a warpath lately. You can argue how that warpath has gone in your eyes, and that's fine, but it's all led to this. We're now Bobby Lashley. Guess what, guys? He looks like a contender. If you would have tried this move a year ago, I would have fucking laughed at you and said there's no fucking way that he can be in a title match right now. I think he looks like a contender right now. Brian, Adam?
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I was just going to say that I think that I think when he was doing his thing with Lio Rush, I feel like that would have kind of, I liked with it with that. Unfortunately, he had his own issues or whatever it was with the company, and then that kind of exploded.
Sure.
And then he got into the whole thing with Lana, and I don't think she was a good fit for him. The stuff that they're doing with MVP, I mean, they have a history in TNA, and I don't know. I feel like MVP kind of like legitimizes him a little bit more, like makes him feel. I don't know, like Lana, it's all like bullshit. Like all the stuff with like Liv and the lesbian angle that they tried, it was just all bullshit. Yeah, like at least with MVP, like this feels like it's like more like MMA Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. So go ahead.
My big thing is this. When he was with Lio Rush, he was doing the mid card. He wasn't. He might have eventually been elevated, Brian, but he was just mid card there. I think he was the U.S. champ during some of that. Maybe even Lio Rush won it in one of those bullshits. I don't know. I forgot all that. MVP to me right here feels a little bit, when you said elevated his status, Brian, I feel like he's turning into a little bit of a Heyman-esque type of role. Take a guy who's big and bad, needs a little bit of a mouthpiece, and needs someone to play off against. Bobby doesn't need to say much. MVP is a very good talker, and it's starting to make more sense why they brought him back.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate this role for him, because I was a little confused as to what they were doing with it. But if he kind of goes with Bobby and becomes his mouthpiece, I'm all for it.
Okay. So in the interest of time, we're going to keep pushing. Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre next week. I'm actually interested in it. Again, we talk about how bad Raw is all the time and how bad WWE is all the time. And all I'm trying to do, my goal tonight is to point out some things that I think were in the positive. I think that was in the positive, in addition to the other things I said tonight. So, I did shit on Charlotte, though, so whatever. All right, so
Charlotte.
Next bullet point is, why the fuck is there a futon backstage? Why is there a futon backstage?
You saw what I said.
Yeah, you did. Ring rats. I got you. So
ring rats don't want to be on the concrete floor, Rob.
Right. Asuka comes out, has a celebration party with her friend Kairi Sane. Nia is a fucking party spoiler. They start throwing blows. And then this continues in the backstage where eventually poor Kairi, as she's playing on her recorder, gets attacked by Nia. And Asuka, goes and gets some blood, gets some payback for her friend. Here's the positives, in my opinion. The positives is, as corny as you have made Asuka lately, which good corny. I've enjoyed Asuka lately, guys. As good as corny as you made her, you still are allowing her to have her badass edge. Because tonight, when Nia came in the ring, Asuka whooped her ass. When they were backstage, Asuka whooped her ass. And that's both a good point and a bad point, because Nia got her ass whooped twice and gave no fight on either one of them. Thoughts?
Well, Asuka, for all we know, Rob, I know we have fun with it and we think that Asuka's very campy and stuff right now. But for all we know, what she's saying in Japanese could be like, I'm going to fight you, motherfucker. I'm going to kick all your asses. You better get the fuck out of my ring. This is my yard, bitch. She could be saying all these crazy things. So I've never felt she wasn't tough. I'm glad they booked her. You want to talk about positives tonight? I'm glad they booked her to look strong against Nia twice.
Yes, I agree. Any argument there, Brian?
No, not at all. I was just gonna say. I mean, I kind of like her going like the more face route that it seems.
Yeah. Oh, hey, real quick, just to backtrack for like a half second. I looked at my notes. I forgot. I highlighted a line here that was about the Austin Theory. I just want to point out that Garza and Andrade, they beat the fucking shit out of Austin Theory. I want everyone to recognize that and appreciate that. We've seen a lot of beatdowns. That one looked pretty good. They looked like
he earned his stripes tonight, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they were being stiff, but it was a great kayfabe beatdown. That's for goddamn sure. So okay,
noted.
Yeah. All right, so that one's out of the way. Only got a couple more. Then we're gonna
check on the board real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and jump on the board.
Mike says, has MVP already forgotten about Thorne and Vink? Well, it's been 1 week. Like, give it I mean, he could be a whole faction he's building.
Yeah.
Evan, I hope this is the start of Bobby Lashley finally getting his TNA form back. He was such a badass there. Brian, Rob has asked us about, his run over there, how badass he was. It would be nice. Rob's right. They're making him look like a contender, and that's shades of when he was there. As MVP pointed out many times, it's been 13 years since you've done anything to a champion.
And you know what? I love that they're bringing that up too, because usually they just try to sweep like all the history under the rug if they're trying to like rebuild someone, but they're like bringing all that shit back, and like I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those things Rob always griped about with AEW. In the MJF and Cody feud, you've cost me a chance at ever fighting for this title. That should have been more of a blood feud. I feel like Archer's way more of a blood feud than MJF ever was to Cody. It's off topic.
The next two bullet points we're gonna do really quick. So here's the first one. I titled it "Why." Why do we have the Natty Shayna submission match? Why?
Good.
What is the story of this? Was the goal of this second match under stipulation? What is one of you guys flipping something or tapping something or doing something in their hands that's causing a slap that happens every 5 seconds? Adam?
No.
It's Adam. Okay.
I have my phone in my hand so I can see the board.
Okay. All right. It sounds like somebody slapping something. Sorry. But was the goal so Natty could have a conniption fit? Number one, that's stupid. But number two, what makes you think that we give a fuck about any direction you're going to give us for Natty? We don't care what she does next. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound mean. We don't care about Natty. It's time to move on.
But maybe they're trying to make Shayna have something to do to continue to look like a contender so that when Asuka's done with Nia, it will go to Asuka Shayna.
No, Shayna fucking beat her and then just left. There was no pomp and circumstance for Shayna's win.
But I'm saying she's got to be doing something on TV.
I'm telling you, I hear you. I hear your point. I'm telling you though, this is obviously all for Natty. And
this is all for you, Natty.
And unfortunately,
it's all for you.
I can say that with confidence because it's not the first fucking time they've done this. Where the most obscure person, you're like, if you could write down a list of all the people that you don't give a shit about, she would be number one. And you're going to parade out another fucking story angle for her that maybe this one will rejuvenate her fucking long-lost, never-had career. I'm over it.
Brian, to Rob's point, I was thinking to myself as I was watching this tonight, I was like, is Natty just on tonight because they're like, they've got a board in the back room, like, who hasn't gotten a paycheck yet? Get Natty a match because we need to give her some pay.
No,
like, I didn't know what it could be.
No, I mean, you guys hate on Natty. She's she's talented. What? It's not her fault that they don't book her like the right way, right?
No, it's got nothing to do with it. No, look, stop
it
using.
Doesn't matter how she's booked.
Stop using you can't use the booking defense for all of your.
That's
counselor,
the most important thing.
I object, counselor. You cannot use the booking excuse for all of your fucking clients.
Okay? You're out of order.
Well, apparently you're out of your mind.
Well, yes,
so,
that's true.
I'm just saying, it's got nothing to do with how she's booked. She's booked against all the top brass, right? She's in there with all the big dogs. But yet, here she is again. What's the story about? Fucking Natty. All right.
She likes cats.
All right.
And she's like a 5-time champion, Brian. You can't go on booking with her.
And finally, final bullet point real quick. What the fuck is wrong? What's up with the fucking rules right now? I know it's like shoot fighting, to be all carny there. But what's up with the rules right now with disqualifications? So the member of the Icon, Peyton Royce, throws Alexa Bliss into the ring post 3 times, and they disqualify them. Last week, Seth Rollins threw somebody out of a ring, and he got disqualified.
Both were in the match, so it's not like it was interference.
Yeah, did they violate social distancing? I don't understand what the fuck is going on right now when it comes to how they're concluding these matches. I would prefer, although I would prefer a bunch of countouts to, oh no, did you just poke him in the eye one time? Well, that's going to be a disqualification. Ric Flair's rolling in his fucking almost grave.
Well, Peyton wasn't actually the legal competitor. That's what it is. It was the referee's discretion.
Oh, come on.
She got ramming Bliss into the corner and didn't listen to the referee.
Put your fucking Bible rule book away.
What?
They don't count 5 Mississippi. They count 5 anti-disestablishmentarianism when they do the count.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, like that's the thing now. They're like, oh, we really need to enforce these tag team rules. Get the fuck out of here, Brian. Come on, man.
Hey, it's not me, man. That's what the
also, you're supposed to do it when the ref's back's turned and you take advantage of them like old tag team heels used to do if you're going to do it. They don't get DQ'd the second they do some shenanigans.
It's the referee's discretion. The referee has that power. Hey, look at AEW, right? They'll let a lot of things fly or they'll just call DQ. So it doesn't really matter. It's just up to the referee, Rob.
You know what doesn't matter is, cops will let you off the hook if they think you're cute. I don't know if that's a good segue for you, Rob, to your next one.
Final bullet point is, apparently cops will let you off the hook if you think you're cute. We had the axe throwing contest tonight between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits. And again, as campy as you think it is, which I don't think is necessarily a negative term, I actually enjoyed this more than I did the basketball segment.
I just have a problem with a little bit of the Peter Griffin aspects of it. Like, I thought it was hilarious when they first got there and everybody's doing the smoke bit. Like, yeah, we got you the smoke and doing all that. But then when they told that dad joke like 4 more times, it turned into Peter Griffin with his knee going, and I'm like, come on, it was fun. It was such a funny thing the first time at the beginning of the segment. I just thought they took that to the well too many times.
I think you're being petty on that one. I don't think
I am a little.
Yeah, I don't think they were necessarily they were referencing the smoke. If you're just saying that they referenced the smoke, then yes. But I think the jokes were different in their design on each one of them. But Adam goes petty. That's kind of what he does there. I like it, and if you look at the little expressions and kind of on Montez Ford, I was fucking dying when he was like, when she was like, "And you're cute," and he was like, "Oh, okay." It was just there were little things, and it was funny. The fucking I enjoyed it. I'm curious, however, though, are they going to do another round of these next week? Because they didn't announce a match yet. This eventually has to happen to a match, but I'm enjoying the friendly competition until that comes.
Well, it's got to be like a best of 3 or best of 5 or something.
I don't think they're keeping score right now. I think it's just,
they should just keep doing it.
Yeah.
What would be next week? What's something else they could do that's like socially acceptable now?
You did a Street Profits thing, and then you did a Viking Raiders thing. So I'm assuming you go Street Profits next,
or meet halfway.
Maybe dance competition. I know
meet halfway.
Montez Ford could dance his ass off. Maybe you do a workout thing. Test of strength and ability. Montez Ford is very athletic. Dawkins is very strong. Of course, the Viking Raiders are very strong too. So maybe they're in the gym. I don't know. CrossFit. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Maybe Rob, something.
Curling.
Rob,
right.
I wrote this down as my actual petty. The way Dawkins threw the axe would never have the trajectory that it had.
No, right.
It always bothers me back to Saved by the Bell, or even when The Office did it, when they play volleyball and the trajectory's not right. Like Pam does a jump serve that goes straight. She's not that tall. It wouldn't even go over the net. Yeah. Kelly Kapowski did the same thing.
Thanks for the references.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't think that they're planning. I don't think they planned for us to think that he really threw it. I think it's very intentionally that he did not throw it.
I know that.
I mean,
but it very clearly came out of his hands like it was going to go straight to the ground.
Yeah, and
not even fly 5 feet.
And Ibar dunks the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's just
right, exactly.
So
and Montez dunks the ball. We got it. They can't dunk.
I think if you're lighthearted and you're not being all overly critical and trolly and marky, I think these segments with the Street Profits and Raiders are fun. I mean, if
are you okay with it though involving the titles? Like, I feel like this is a great spot for tag teams that are not in the title hunt. Like if this was back in the Fashion Police Ascension days when they had nothing to do and they would do campy stuff like this, it would keep those teams relevant.
Yeah.
Without having them in the hunt.
Here's the thing: is we often complain, as we do, about the failure to be creative going into a rivalry, more specifically a title rivalry, right? Title program. We're always like, oh, they're going to do this angle and they're going to do this angle, or they're going to do this, and we've seen it a million times. I've never seen this angle. I've seen the respect angle before, sure. But this is a new twist on that. This is a competitive angle. So if this comes down to a title match at the end, which is the ultimate challenge, the ultimate competitiveness for these two teams, I think the story has been fun the whole way, and that's a good cherry on top.
They proved their contender because of the when they won a few weeks ago. That's my thing. Is I feel like that could be reversed a little.
Yeah, but they're making it more. They're making it more than just a series of matches, which I think is fine. I'd say, especially now.
If they play like dodgeball for the titles, I think that's a mistake. But if this, like you said, if this leads to a match,
fuck you, Brian.
Cool. Yeah, no,
this
is
now that
not.
You said that, I want to see a dodgeball type final.
I do.
Actually, that does sound pretty good.
Gold.
Brian,
as soon as you said that, all I could imagine was that would be a good blow up.
Brian,
with axes and a basketball.
Brian, have you been under the impression that this was like a series of challenges for the belt?
No, I was just saying if they keep doing it, if they keep, like we said, keep going back to the well and keep having contests like this, if they do it for the belt, I think that would be a mistake.
Yeah.
No shade, because you and I thought the belts changed hands a couple weeks ago when the Viking Raiders did beat them. So don't give Brian any grief.
Do that. All right, real quick, we're gonna do the awards, and we got a final. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play the game after the awards. Awards in the game. I'm going to throw a little honorary award in there real quick, and then we'll jump into the real ones. But I want to do a sell fail. That's hard to say. Sell fail. Somebody's selling a move really badly. I'm going to give that to King Corbin. Go back and watch the spine buster that Drew did to him. It may be one of the worst sells I have seen in a long time. It was that bad. He went way ahead of it. And, so that's my honorary award. So here's what we got, guys. We got Marked Out Award, Booking Fell, and MVP. I'll start out tonight. Marked Out Award, I'm going to give it to when Montez threw the first axe, because I was expecting it to possibly go like the Viking Raiders did to them and be kind of a swerve, and he works in like, pop, hit it in the middle. And the fact that he threw that fucker. I'm trying to remember what show.
No, Rob, that was just like the air ball that the Viking Raiders first had with their first shot. Remember, it was a big time air ball.
Which is why I thought that they might swerve us on it, which made me pop. But it reminded me of the movie Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks when he goes to play tennis with the dad or the brother, I think, and he serves to him and he fucking home runs it over the fucking top, all the way. So anyway, that's my Marked Out Award. Brian, what's yours?
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Mine's going to be when Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, when they fought backstage and Billy slapped Peyton. I marked out for that. That's a dissension within a tag team, and that's a pretty big deal.
You think it's going to continue?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Just for that moment, though.
Yes, absolutely. Adam?
I'm going to say Marked out. I guess I like the fact that Seth was recruiting. So I don't know if you want to give it to Austin or just Seth himself, but that was my marked out moment, adding to the faction.
All right, yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's no rules or anything. It's not like I'm scoring you. So, all right.
I got a coin, Brian.
Booking fail. Brian, start out. Booking fail.
Booking fail. How about tonight wasn't Double or Nothing. It was just Raw. So that was my booking fail.
That's what happened.
No. Give me a Roddy.
That's what happens when when Raw is white noise.
We need to make like an AEW version of a Roddy.
No. Adam.
What?
Booking fail.
You already covered it at length, but Natty, Shayna. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a point, but I'm also gonna echo. Mine was that you have Natty and Shayna on there for an irrelevant second match. Irrelevant second match with Natty going into a storyline. Irrelevant when you haven't had Bianca Belair on in 4 fucking weeks.
Where is she? They had a vignette.
They had a fantastic.
I wish we could know. Where is she?
$60, Brian.
That's true.
MVP of the night. All right, you know what? I'm sorry, we haven't touched the board. Marked out award and booking fail on the board, please.
Don't touch the board. Stay 6 feet away.
Read the board, please.
Let's see. They are all catching up.
They're all catching up?
Yeah, I don't have any awards right now.
Wow, he's right. I thought he was just being a terrible
No, I thought
there's really none on the board.
Yeah.
Well, on board, you guys suck. Maybe
they're all filing it through.
Delay again.
Yeah, or is our stream fucked up?
Oh man, I hope not.
No, it's updated. No, they're just.
Let's just pretend it's fine and go on.
Yeah. All right, we got a
game to play
from Greg from Tennessee.
You know what? Stop, Brian.
Brian,
what? Stop. Your internet sucks, bro. Sorry.
Mine does.
Yeah, your
you
internet
horrible.
You're the only one of us.
Charlie Brown teacher.
You're the only one of us 3 that goes through there.
I don't know what it is. Can you hear me now?
It wasn't
Don't be that guy. Marked out awards coming in from the board. Stike says Kyrie's sane for playing the recorder. Evan says TNA 2.0 on Mondays, baby. Bring me Drew and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, there you go.
They did work together.
Okay. MVP of the night. I'm going to start out. I'm going to give it to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, the guy that we thought had been booked into obscurity, never to return to the glories of the gold. Tonight, we see him as a legit contender. And I agree with you, Brian. I liked him with Leo Rush. I like him with MVP more.
Wow.
Marked out on the board real quick. From Soji, the camera shot of the axe sailing through the sky by Ford. All right. Agreeance with me. Adam, what is your MVP, or who is your MVP of the evening?
MVP. And it's hard not to agree with you when we go to MVP. Bobby Lashley. I mean, the acts and stuff that Seth Murphy Theory had, but I mean, Bobby was the MVP. That's the story you told tonight, was his contendership.
Brian, MVP.
They went there multiple times.
Yes, sir. MVP.
Yep. MVP. I've done this before, but I'm going to give it to MVP just because I do like the direction that they're going with.
This is Roger
him and
Strong.
Bobby.
I approve this message.
Fucking, I knew it. I needed that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I needed that.
You needed that because you've been off kill.
Firing all cylinders today.
Yeah, I don't know about you. You're a little off kill to me. I don't know.
Really?
I mean, not you know, you've been all right.
A little bit.
You're doing all right.
I'm coming in hot lately. Coming in hot.
It's a little hot.
He hates Raw.
Well, yeah. I do.
Time to play the game.
All right, we're ending all of our shows now with the game. Adam has the game tonight. I don't want to steal the thunder, but I think, and I should actually tease this earlier. Is it what I think it is? No, you couldn't do it. Oh, I'm so.
There were not enough good ones. I scrolled back like weeks.
Yeah.
And I found 4 that weren't like something about America that made it obvious.
So what I asked Adam too, I'm like, hey Adam, he's like, what should I do for a game? I'm like, you should do. Was this tweet done by Trump or a wrestler? I think it would have been gold, but apparently there wasn't enough gold. So
no, I couldn't find wrestler ones that said stuff about America.
He didn't.
The only thing I found, one I found good is the NFL watching. That's a Trump one. I thought you guys might bet that.
You know, that's a game that maybe
sure
I should probably look into that game because I don't think you can see some things sometimes.
Yeah, I don't follow him. So.
No, it's not that. I just don't think you see the humor.
Did you do your homework? I think you did your homework.
I just don't think he sees the humor in some things sometimes, and it's not a dig. It's just he's lame.
Yeah.
What's your game?
I had America's People Are Warriors.
Okay, what's your game?
Max Swagger.
So the game tonight is just going to be Who Said It. I'll give you multiple choice, but these are tweets from the Twitterverse. So I'm going to give you 4 choices so you don't have to guess from the thousands and thousands and millions of people in existence, Brian and Rob.
Thank you.
But most of these happened, at some point in the night tonight. So these are all from today or tonight, even during Raw. So you ready?
Hold on.
Ready.
Just hold on.
No, not ready.
Just hold on 1 second. Let me check something because we are 100% buffering right now. So yeah. So we need to fix this real quick because I disabled the audio recorder, so this video is going to be how we're gonna get our audio.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We can keep.
As long as you write an apology to the executive producer, you fucked him over, Rob. You didn't fuck us.
Oh yeah, Greg.
Greg,
yeah, he worked his way up. He's a
blame it on the Greg.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's just go with it. If we lose it to the annals of history, then we lose it.
Oh,
and this is going to be gold tonight. Number 1, really, you're actively trying to make me mad at a time like this. Was that A, Peyton Royce, B, Austin Theory, C, Nia Jax, or D, Aleister Black?
Oh, I was waiting for Becky Lynch.
Really, you're actively trying to make me mad at a time like
yeah,
this.
She just had a baby, so somebody's fucking with her about
no, I was repeating.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't arguing. Peyton Royce, Austin Theory, Nia Jax, Aleister Black.
C.
You're not like most girls, Brian.
I'm going Nia Jax.
That is incorrect.
Oh no.
It was Peyton Royce flying to the USA Network for showing her slap on Billy Kay.
Fantastic.
On their Twitter.
Next.
Number 2. Why be humble when you can be the greatest of all time? Was that MVP, Bailey, Seth? Again, why be humble when you can be the greatest of all time? MVP, Bailey, Seth, or Charlotte?
I think Charlotte's too obvious, so I'm going to go MVP.
I think Charlotte's too obvious, so I'm going to go with Charlotte.
Charlotte is the answer. Oh. Brian's up 1-0.
Woo!
All right.
Number 3. On this day, one of my favorite factions broke up. Is it A, Apollo, Alexa, C, Angel, or D, Andrade? I picked everybody with A's for this one. So again, on this day, one of my favorite factions broke up. Is it A, Apollo, B, Alexa, C, Angel, or D, Andrade?
Sounds like a chick thing. I'm going to go with Alexa.
Yeah, I was going to say Alexa too.
It was Alexa, boys. It's Blake and Murphy, and Alexa broke up on this day back in 2016 NXT, where she said she wanted to go to wrestle in the women's division, basically.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Aww.
Number 4. Aw, bless his heart. Y'all didn't have to do him like that. Talia, Lacey, Shayna, or Lawler?
Lacey.
I tried to give you guys a softball.
Yeah, Southern Belle. Bless his heart.
Bless your heart. Number 5. Spoiler. My underwear this morning, then did squats at the gym. Was this A, Zack Ryder, B, Rusev, C, EC3, or D, Carl Anderson? One more time. Spoiler, I drank coffee in my underwear this morning, then did squats at the gym.
Carl Anderson.
That Zack Ryder, Rusev, EC3, or Carl Anderson?
Matt Cardona.
Brian saw it. It is Matt Cardona. It was Zack Ryder. He was talking about going to the gym. He tagged Ryder in it.
Well, all those. I mean,
I know he tagged Hawkins.
I know he lives in Florida. Florida's fucking all open, aren't they?
Yeah, something like that.
He could have his own gym. They're wealthy enough. They should have their own gym. Anyway, that's it. Brian kicked your ass, Rob. I believe he got 1, 2, 3. He got 4 out of 5.
Dang.
Good job, Brian.
Hey, thank you. What
does he get for winning, Rob?
You get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Thank you for playing. Okay. So if you're a live viewer tonight, our stream has been a little shitty tonight. I got to apparently work on some things. If you're
we also have storms in the area, Rob. It could be nothing that you've done.
We do got some storms. Also, if your podcast, hopefully this gets to you. If not, lost to history. Less editing work for me. Okay. So again, look, hey, we talked about Raw tonight. Just to close it down real fast. Talked about Raw tonight. And yes, you can say there are aspects of Raw that were boring tonight. I agree with that. I think if you actually paid attention, which I did. Now, granted, I watched it with my wife. We were both medicated and enjoying each other's company, laughing about what we saw on TV. So maybe you just need to find a new way to watch Raw to make it more enjoyable. You can notice a lot
of new substance.
you cocaine. You can see good things are happening. You might not like how they're doing it. Sometimes rebuilding seasons happen in the NFL. Sometimes you get rid of all your star players and you start doing shitty plays, and you got to start to build from the bottom up. I'm not saying that necessarily is happening. I'm saying that you can watch it and say, hey, look, we got some new talent. They're throwing in some new angles. So maybe, just maybe, there were some good nuggets tonight. I think there were. So that's me.
Rob, I like the simplicity of it. You're one of these guys that says keep it simple all the time. I like the simplicity of the fact that, instead of 50-50 booking, our new challenger, Bobby Lashley, has been booked like a beast. These last months. He's been booked to look very strong. Yeah, he lost 2 gauntlets, but after he eliminated a few people, and one was due to DQ, I think.
Yeah.
But he's booked strong. MVP's got him on the rise. We're finally not just like, who's the next guy up? We're going to throw this next guy up as a contender. It's finally like, who's on a hot streak that deserves to be a contender is what I feel like. And that's my takeaway tonight, because the top brass big belt is the one that's the most important.
All right, we give the final word of the night to the B-Man, Bionic.
Are you sure you want to do? Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you with closing out the show. Which, by the way, Brian, I just want to say that this is how good it is for you.
What?
That through the whole show, apparently our video has sucked on the live feed, and for some reason now at the end, when you're about to do the final thought of the night, it has fixed itself.
Really?
It has. So,
oh my gosh.
The world is watching, Brian, with anticipation. What is the final word for the night?
Final word. I'm excited for Saturday. I'm gonna switch gears and switch it up. Hey, come on. I wasn't like, what am I gonna talk about? Fucking Raw? Come on. Saturday, we're gonna have a live DJ event. We're gonna have DJ Caution. Why are you shaking your fucking head? It's gonna be awesome.
Well, we're excited about Caution, but shit on everything we just talked about.
Why? Well, this is my final thought. I can talk about what my final thought.
Sorry.
My final thought. But we're gonna be DJ Caution's he's gonna be spinning wrestling themed entrance music, plus other tunes and all that other shit. It's gonna be fucking fun. That's gonna be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday before the buy-in. Go to twitch.tv/caution631. That's caution with a K.
And we're gonna have that on all of our social media platforms, right?
We're gonna have it on. We should have it on.
Except for the hub.
We can.
I don't think it's gonna be on the hub.
I'm saying you're gonna put the link up on all of our social media.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be blasted. It's already up there, but there's a graphic. You'll see some clips too coming out throughout the week too. Also,
you can't say blasted in the hub, Brian.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, finish it up, Brian.
Is that it? Is that good enough for you?
Is that how you're going to go out tonight? You're not going to go out with some special saying or
I do think
advice?
Double or Nothing has a hell of a card, Brian. I'm excited for Saturday too.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be more excited when we close Wednesday's show that we're devoting entirely to it.
Okay, Adam, let him do this. Yes. He can do this.
Yeah, he took off the training wheels. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Adam. And as Brody always says, fucking wash your hands.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by You Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's Ravepro.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.